Travipharma and friends. Gerard Scholkwijk, Martin von Son, Gerard and Sebastian Verkerk. 3 fanciers, 3 lofts, but one common goal: healthy pigeons. In this video we present 3 wonderful lofts, where the health of the pigeons is in the hands of Travipharma products. In the middle of the hot summer, we went on a journey into the heart of the Netherlands. Our destination is city of Utrecht. Historically, it is one of the most important and biggest cities in the Netherlands. Central location of this beautiful city has always been of great importance in the history of the country. Towering above the city, there is the magnificent high tower of Dom Cathedral. It is the highest church tower in the Netherlands, which you can climb at any time and admire Utrecht from the height of 112 meters. Countless narrow streets, lots of water channels, and a large number of ubiquitous bikes are characteristic features of Utrecht. Every day thousands of tourists roam the streets of the city, and numerous cafes and restaurants are bursting at the seams. It is hard to imagine a better place to relax or have a date. Cozy cafe on the bank of the water channel is all one needs to feel happy. Life is vivid and visitors are quickly affected by the city's incredible atmosphere. Utrecht is a great city with many monuments and workplaces. However, around this huge city, there are many towns where life is much slower and their residents can devote time to their passions. One of such towns is Lopik. Here in a picturesque part of this small town, at 1 Rubensland Street, lives our first speaker. His beautiful house is surrounded by greenery and natural watercourses add incredible charm to this place. On the premises, there is enough room for pigeon lofts, which look great. Anywhere you look, everything is spotless here. The hosts try to reach perfection in everything they do. Today we are guests of Scholkwijk family. From the very beginning, we were very pleasantly welcomed. Shared breakfast is already the standard. It is not our first visit to this house, and the atmosphere here makes us feel like members of the family. At breakfast we were accompanied by the whole Scholkwijk family and Richelle, an employee. The only daughter of the Scholkwijks, Maxim, eagerly helps at home and in the garden. A sunny morning is the perfect time to fly the pigeons. This daily ritual pleases the eye of every pigeon lover. We had plenty of reasons to come here with our cameras. The most important of them are wonderful pigeons of Gerard's lofts and his vast knowledge concerning pigeon breeding. Another important reason was that Gerard is the owner of Travipharma company, which produces food supplements for pigeons. For more than 40 years, Scholkwijk family has been actively involved in pigeon racing. Until recently, they were known under the name Bryce and Gerard Scholkwijk, but after the death of his father, Gerard had to take over all the responsibilities. It is he who looks after the pigeons and manages quite a big company. Katiuszka, his wife, helps him actively with all the work. Gerard has been a great expert on the subject of pigeon breeding, and only recently he decided to share his knowledge and experience. But before he does that, he will tell us a bit about his company.
Hello, my name is Gerard Scholkwijk. I am the director of Travipharma and Travipharma International. In this year, 2014, we celebrate our anniversary, 25 years anniversary of Travipharma under the leading management of the Scholkwijk family. Experience in the pigeon sport, we are able to develop and continually are busy to develop new products in the pigeon sport. We have also reached the prestigious GMP certificate, that means the good manufacture of practice. We have the products that are tested in our lab, and last time we have shown you something about our factory and our lab. But this time I will tell you more about the new products that we have. Let me explain you something more about our products. We were yesterday visiting our relations, Bas and Gerard Verkerk, from the place Reeuwijk. They are very fond about this product. They have it for more than 25 years and they are having great performance on this product. It is a natural product. It is a product with herbs and in acid. So it cleans the blood. It makes the natural body immune system higher and protected against negative bacteria. The name is Forte Vita, and you give it 1 cap of this into 2 liters of drinking water at least 3 days in a week. For example, in the middle of the week. Here we have omega oil mix. This contains omega 3, 6 and 9 oils and also sheep fat, which is mainly used by the leading adventurers for the 1 day long distance and the very long distance, because if pigeons are in race, they will use the reserves of the sugar in 3 hours, approximately 3 hours. After that, they will burn the own fat during the racing, and that we don't want that. We want to give them extra fat, so they have enough energy for 10, 12, maybe 14 hours racing from in 1 day, and that will help. This omega oil mix you administered the last 3 meals before basketing on the corns. It is 1 spoon of 10 milliliters into 1 kilogram on corns. This product what we have is Cetagol. Cetagol gives the body a cleaning effect, so it is clean the liver. It cleans also the kidney and it avoids kidney and liver problems. Mostly we give it 1 or 2 days after the race. One of the oldest products that we have in our range is Vlieggoud or Flying Gold. This product is very rich containing of salts, amino acids and sugars like dextrose, glucose. It will provide the pigeons for much more energy. You can give it like Combifront is also containing Flying Gold, so you can give it exactly as Combifront 3 days before the big race, for the long distance race in the water. We were also visiting yesterday our relation Martin van Zon, and he's very fond of this product. He used it also when the pigeons coming from the race. It has also contains also electrolytes, so it gives a good recovery after the race as well. What we have here is Lugol. Lugol is an iodine and potassium product with also iron in it. And what it do is it makes the more red blood cells in the pigeon's blood, so it will provide more energy because oxygen will add, and on this red blood cells it gives more oxygen in the body of the pigeon. It will also clean the drinking water. When you administer through the drinking water, it will also clean the drinking water, and it will also clean the throat, and giving a very nice white wattles, and also the eyes will be shining and clear. Also Martin van Zon is very fond of this product. He will use it a few times in a week to keep the pigeon on a natural way healthy. Always check the pigeons if they don't have louses or mites, because blood louses, for example, they will give the pigeon a bad condition, and that is not what you want. So check every week the pigeons on these parasites. If you see it, you can easily give the luisworm, or in English name it will be LW parasites. LW parasites. It goes like this. You open the cap and you do 1 or 2 drops into the neck, on the skin of the pigeon, so it will penetrate into the blood circulation, and from that transport it to everywhere in the pigeon. It will not give a negative effect on the condition, so don't worry about this. This product gives no negative effect. It does the job. So it's very easy to do. Also, when you open the feathers of the pigeon, you will see sometimes little eggs, rounds against the feathers, and that will be very difficult to get rid of it. This product will make the eggs away from the pigeons, so the louses will be gone after 7 days. You will see no eggs anymore. We have also the possibility that pigeons will have the long feather louses that you will see on your t-shirt. When you have the pigeon examine the pigeon and put it against your t-shirt, you will see afterwards sometimes little long feather louses. That's also very easy to tackle that problem with antisect. You saw it yesterday also by the family Verkerk in Reewijk. They use also this only once in the 3 months, because it is a very strong product, very last effect. Antisect, very good. By the way, you can also use it in the loft. You can spray it against the window. You can spray it in the corners of your loft, so the moths and the flies and insects, mosquitoes will go on after a few minutes. They will go out of your loft. So very helpful also in the loft. In the pigeon sport is of course the biggest problem, not really the biggest problem, but the more often problem is trichomoniasis. Trichomoniasis is a protozoan, and that will give the pigeon trouble in the condition. You better can check it with the vet. For examine the pigeons into the throat. He can see it in the microscope, and if it shows out that the pigeon have an infection of this protozoan, trichomoniasis, canker in English told, you can use very easily ronidazole. Ronidazole is very easy and without any harm effect if you give it during the racing. We have tubes of powder. We have the 5% cure plus, that is the 5% ronidazole cure. You administer it into the water, 5 grams into 1 liter of drinking water. You can also give this powder on the corns, 5 grams into 500 grams of corns. We have also a higher percentage, the 10%, if there is some resistance of this protozoan, you can use a stronger product, and that will be the 10% ronidazole. The dosage is 10 gram into 2 liters of drinking water. You can also give it on the corns, this powder. You make the corn a little bit wet by omega oil, for example. Then this will be sticky, and the powder will be easily on the corns, and you can give it for 5 days. If you want to administer it individual, we have the tablets. The tablets are very easy to administer. Just 1 tablet into the throat of the pigeon. It can be in the morning or in the evening, it doesn't matter. Very effective also before racing. You give it, in this case, you can give it on the day of basketing in the morning. So when you go in the evening to the club to basket your pigeons, you will administer it in the morning. 1 tablet in the throat of the pigeon. If you want to combine to treat an infection, ronidazole together with coccidiosis, we have the Cocci Trigomix. It's also included a vitamin B complex to remain the condition. So the the condition of the pigeon will not fall down while you are treating with this cure. It contains amprolium and ronidazole. And there are 10 sachets into this box, and you administer one of this little sachet into 2 liters of drinking water or over 1 kilogram of corns. Again, for the single treatment you can give also the tablets. Also before basketing it is possible. The same like the 15% trigocure. You can administer this in the morning on the basketing day, just 1 tablet into the pigeon's throat, and that will be enough. The biggest problem mostly with the young birds is the coli sickness, the coli, E. coli, Escherichia coli. The young birds will voting up the corns they eat. You can see that, you can notice that when you walk into your loft, you see some corns on the floor. The droppings of the pigeons will be slimy green, and the smell, you will recognize this typical kind of smell of the E. coli infection. Luckily has Travipharma a very good product to treat this, and that is the famous Paramix. This is one of the best and leading products on the market in Europe. Also, we were yesterday with Martin van Zon, and he is a promoter of this product. He has in the past used this product, and he see this amazing effect of this Paramix. We have it in powder in the plastic tubes, but we have also this in the sachet. Again, like the other products, we have this 10 sachets into the box, and the dosage is exactly in 1 sachet, 10 grams in 1 sachet over 1 kilogram of corns. Before you administer it, you be sure that the corns will be sticky by the product omega oil. It's very easy to administer that, and the pigeon will eat it from the corns. But it's also water soluble, so you can also give it this in the drinking water. The normal cure is 6 days, but mostly after 3 days you will see very fast recovering of this illness, and you will be happy. When you want to do it in individual treatment, we have also the Paramix in tablets. So there's also for this product you better can start with 2 tablets in the morning, the first day, and in the evening 1 tablet. And then the following 6 days it is just 1 tablet a day, the Paramix. The last years appears many problems in the respiratory tract. In the respiratory tract there will be too much slime in the pigeon head. I give always the example when a marathon sporter, human marathon sporter, is having a cold, influenza, and he don't do anything about it, and he will go on with his work. He has too much slime in his forehead. Maybe you can recognize that. If you then want to sport, if you want to make a marathon again, you don't have the air and the power to succeed this distance. For the pigeons is that the same. They are also athletes. When they will be basketing, for example, 700 kilometers, everything must be perfect on the pigeon. His breathing, his orientation must be very good. Mostly when the pigeons are failing by the exam with the vet, it shows out that there's no trichomoniase infection in the droppings, no cocciose or no worms, but they are guessing what is it that my pigeons make this fail. And then I check the beak, I open it, I will control it, the tear ducts, and mostly the tear ducts are blocked. And that's very important to have open tear ducts, because when they are open, Firstly, they have fresh air, they can breathe more, they have more power, more energy during the racing, but also the system of the orientation, the compass in his head, will not function. And of course we don't want that. We want to have a function, of a very good function of the orientation of the pigeon. In this case, you can treat the pigeons 2 weeks before the race, 6 days long, with microornithmics. That are the best ingredients: lincomycin, doxycycline and brome, to clean the pigeon head from this illness. Again, 10 sachets in this box, and always are the sachets including 10 grams of this material. You give it on the corns of 1 kilogram corns, or 2 liters of drinking water. If it is so that the pigeons are having also infection of trichomoniasis plus too much slime, you can win time to treat those 2 infections at the same time. And we have combined these 2 with orni-trichomix. The name clears everything. It will treat the trichomoniasis, and it will treat the ornithosis, or also mycoplasmosis. Also 10 sachets of this product in a box, and the same dosage, 10 grams into 1 kilogram of corns, or into 2 liters of drinking water. It is also possible, if you are doubting if the pigeons are not really 100%, but only a few percent that they are able to help them for a better cleaning before the race. It is possible to administer this 1 day before basketing, this product. If you want to give it in tablets, also we have from this product 100 tablets in this box. You can give it also on the basketing day in the morning, 1 tablet each pigeon. But to finish the job and to make the treatment easier and faster, and that's what we want, of course, we have also produced this very special product. This is one of the best and the leading product of the market in Europe. I've never seen another product that is so successful, more successful than this product. It's called Super Anti-Slime. We have made the name shorter, like SAS. It contains natural products, only natural products, no antibiotics, but it works like a secret antibiotic effect. Without antibiotica, on a natural way. It contains oils, vegetable oils and minerals that will dissolve the sticky slime in the pigeon head, so there are nose drops. You do it, I will demonstrate it, and I give you an example how you can administrate this product correctly. But the function is that you will dissolve all the sticky slime in the pigeon head. It comes out through the throat, but also through the cliff in the pigeon beak. I will show you right away. And if you do that, you have cleaned this, you have get rid of all this material, and the pigeon is free to breathe, have more power, more oxygen in his head, and also the orientation will be better because the slime blocked this orientation process. I show you now. When the pigeon feathers by the ears, moet je het aanwijzen, standing up, like this, that is indication that there is too much slime in the head, that the tear ducts are blocked, and that the orientation cannot be perfectly. So what we will do now is to nose drops this with SAS, and to show you how much slime it can be in this pigeon head. You open here behind the nose wattle, you open the nose trill, 1 or 2 drops enough. Hold the head firmly that he is not able to shake it out. Now the other side, 1, 2.
That's enough. I keep the head between my fingers so you can see that he can breathe well. He's not blocked, so he can breathe well, and he don't want this. He make him protest because I don't like it. So he want to shake out already, but I want to avoid shaking out at this moment because you must give it the time. It must working into his head, so you have about a few seconds, and then when you see that the eyes begin to water, to cry, then it is working. Then it is okay. Then you can let the pigeon go into the loft, and he will shake out the slime by himself. But just now, to give it an example, what happened, I will press on his nose wattles to speed the process, just for the film, for the movie, so you can see what will happen, how many slime comes out. I open now the beak. You see the tears appearing. So now the tear ducts are open. The connection, you see, it's watering. Now I opened the beak, and you see the cliff. The cliff is now open. Here is the cliff. Pigeons with mycoplasmosis will have a blocked and a completely closed cliff with no opening, and that's not good. Now the slime is dissolved and wants to get out in his beak, in his throat, but also from this cliff. And now I will press on the wattles. I hope you can see what's coming out. And Katiuska will go with the wattle, with the stick, to clean the slime that's coming out, just to show you how much slime can come out. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. You see it? How much slime comes out. Also, by his nose, in my fingers, you see how much slime. This pigeon is not well in condition. You can see it. So I have removed all the slime. When this much slime is in the pigeon head, the pigeon is not able to function well, is not able to breathe well, and certainly is not able to orientate well. So this pigeon is from the beginning hopeless to come home. You will not get any good result of this pigeon. This cock, he has won 3 weeks ago the first prize of the marathon race Sint-Vincent. He is a daughter he's a son of mijn Casanova, and Casanova won the 69 Nationaal Sint-Vincent and many other top prizes. So he's in the steps of his father. He's also the son of, the mother is Lady Perpian, my first prize winner of Perpian. I show you his wing. When you see this wing, we want that the process of molting will be stopped, or even slow down. If you see here, this is a new feather. The next one is next feather is thrown out. So what we do now is to avoid that this feather will be also molt. We will stop the process a little while for, let's say, approximately 10-14 days. What I do now is I beat one little bit of this feather. Now I have bit a little bit of this feather to stop the process. I'll show you the other side. This is how it looks like. This feather I have beaten a few days ago. So the next feather is It's be stopped. This feather will be stopped molting for a while, so we avoid a wing with holes. And if you know that there are holes in this wing, like when you step into a boat and you want to make a beat with someone, a race, for make a better clear view of it, I have found a feather, and I show you. This is also a feather what I have bitten one top of this feather. But another possibility is also to make a hole with a needle in this feather. Of course, must be the feather in the wing of the pigeon, of course, and not the one that is throwing out. But just to give an example, a clear view how it works. You make a hole in the schacht. We call it the schacht. So the living, and you can fix it very easily to take a kitchen water boiler. And Katrus can show me. You see? The steam will make the wax material of this feather soft, and it will get in the right shape. Maybe it's helpful for the people.
As we have seen, we can easily help our birds maintain good plumage, keep them fit and in good health throughout the racing season. Gerard is a great source of information on how to handle pigeons properly. He has extensive knowledge on all subjects, but assessment and specification of pigeons' best characteristics is his hobby. Now he'll share with us all his insights and secrets. We are sure that this information will be beneficial for all pigeon lovers.
I'm about 40 years in the pigeon, racing pigeon sport. I started when I was a young boy on my own, and a few years later my father enjoyed me, so we raced in a combination, Ries and Gerard Schalkwijk. We were quite well successful on the program races. That is what I mean of the sprint, the middle distance and the one-day long distance races. Later on, of the year 1999, I was racing for myself, solo racing. Because of my profession, I come many times abroad, and the people from different countries, they ask me many times how they must judge a pigeon before they can buy it on an auction, for example, or where they have to look for the typical characteristics of a top pigeon, of a champion pigeon, to make a better selection. So let me start by judgment how you can judge a top pigeon. I can better start with the building. You have 3 types of buildings. You have also different types of racing pigeons. You have pigeons for the sprint, you have pigeons for the middle distance and the one-day long distance, and you have pigeons for the long distance races, the so-called marathon races. Mostly the shape of the pigeon can be, if you have can be, or you can better follow the ABC principle. I have written a booklet, and I explained the ABC principle. If you take the letter A, it is with a sharp point below. So that is the shape that also can appear, a shape that is sharp. That appears mostly by the sprint pigeons and middle distance pigeons. It can not so many times appear. Then we have the B, the letter B, and the letter B is from middle distance and one-day long distance pigeons. The muscles, they are a little bit swollen. I can show you by this is the breastbone here, and you can feel with your fingertips to try to locate the swelling muscle. And the swelling muscle feels like, yeah, you can imagine that it is like an half pumped up inner tire of a bicycle. That feels like if you press a little bit, you can notice the muscles. And if the pigeon has the muscles close to the breastbone, this mostly appear by sprint pigeons, and they can be short from here till here, from the next to the breastbone. The middle distance and the long distance pigeons, they have more swollen muscle, and they are a little bit away from this breastbone. And the marathon pigeons, they have more distance from the breastbone. The muscles will be here, about here. And mostly they are also longer, so you feel with your fingertips, you feel here the pressure, that is the muscle, and you feel it going up till here. And the marathon pigeons has a very long and very smooth and soft and fatty muscles. Now I'll tell you something about the wings and the arm. If you take the wing like this, you can notice that there is here a little bone, and this bone is his upper arm. The arm till his body, till his main frame, this distance must be so short as possible. As you can imagine that if the arm will be long, the pigeon, the pigeons who are a long day, the whole day in the sky racing home, they will have how longer the arm, they have more losing energy. They're losing the energy which is not needed, because if you have the short arm, then they can much easier take this power for a longer time, for many hours. So long distance pigeons, they can race 12, maybe sometimes 14 hours on the day, and then everything must be perfect. The muscles must be perfect, the arm must be short, and also the wings must be like this. You have of the wing, you have a passive section. This is the short feathers. We call it in Holland the broek feathers. Then you have springing. Not so much, but quite well to notice that we have a springing. And then you go to the longer feathers. That is the active part of the wing. You see here the active part is from this part till the last 4 feathers of the wing. This feathers, you see, it looks like the feathers look like a shape of a knife. They have they are a little bit smaller, and they have also space between ventilation space between the feathers. So on this part of the last four feathers, they can dominate, and they can pedal the air in front to make speed. The rest must be very close to each other, so they are able to press the air that they make downwards, and if they go upwards, there is enough ventilation to let the air coming through the feathers. And the brook, the passive part, must be very close, so the wind cannot. I cannot push with my fingers to the feathers, because they are very long brook, even till the back of the pigeon. You can see it. So this is an ideal wing with feathers. This is how a really good top pigeon must be. A pigeon has a breathing system, of course, in a throat and to the lungs, but he has also in his beak, in the upper side of his beak, he has a cliff, and I hope you can see it if I show you this, but the cliff is mostly little bit closed, but with any pressure or activity process like racing, he will open it a little bit, and this cliff is very near close to his throat. It is perfect located above each other, so he don't need so many lose energy to breathe. And also this kind of thing is very important for the extremely difficult races, long distance races. Everything has to be perfect. Like I told you, all the facets must be perfect to make a pigeon faster home and lose as less energy as possible. Now about the eye. I give you a short explanation about the eye. That is the mirror of the soul. Between top pigeons there are a very different type of eyes. So it is not, you cannot say that only one type of eye makes a pigeon a champion pigeon, a top pigeon. No, that's not true. But true is that all the good pigeons, they have a splendid, shiny, healthy eye, and looks always temperamental, intellectual eye. You have glass eyes, you have red eyes, you have also eyes. Every eye has, of course, a pupil, the black swart spot in the center, and just around the pupil we have an orientation circle. That is also what I like in the pigeon, that they have a very clear orientation circle. And then you have the iris, that is the colored eye, that makes the color of the eye is the glass eye or is a red eye. And after the last ring of the eye, that is then you can find also a circle, a black circle, and that black circle, that is very important to notice. If you have the pigeon that has a great black circle, clear black circle, and the circle disappears one day, then the pigeon is not healthy. Then you can be sure that the pigeon cannot race, because there's something wrong with the pigeon. So that is something that you can see and tell about the pigeon, the condition. Maybe I have now Lady Richelle in my hands, and she is already mother of many top pigeons, including Lady Narbonne. And this is my favorite breeding hen. She has all the things that I like to see in a pigeon. She is very vital, she is fit, she has smooth muscles, she has a short arm, and she has temperament and a healthy and clear eye. We cannot look into the head of the pigeon, of course, but you can try to have a look into the eye, to the soul of the pigeon, to see his temperament. This pigeon is especially excellent for the long distance races, because she has a not too big shape. She has the tail in one feather. It looks like she has one feather. If you can see, I can better show it this way. I was also forgotten to tell you about the breastbone must be strong and strong and solid. At the end of the breastbone, when you go up to the tail direction, you will see the ending of this breastbone, and here are two little bones. These little bones, we call it in Holland stuitbeenden, must be very solid, like a rock, and preferable to have it very close to each other. So you must not be able to push it to the left or to the right. So you don't need, you must not be able to push it all the direction, because then it is not a strong bones. And we like to have it in strong bones, because then it is in connection with the back. As you can see, this is a strong one-piece back, and it ends in one feather. And it looks, most top hinges has this type of feather, of tail. And of course, the function of the tail is to if the pigeon are racing home, he must make a correction to the right or to the left. He do it with his tail. So that makes the direction of the pigeon, and to compensate the wind when he has the wind on the back side, or on the left side, on the right side. Dus therefore, to compensate it, you need a very strong back. I think those things are the best and the most important facets, the characteristics of a pigeon, where you have to look for before you buy a pigeon, or before you want to breed from a pigeon. Because the pigeons from your breeding loft has the function to pass this good characteristics through to the youngsters. And you don't want that you have, before, by example, a sprint pigeon that can have a bad back and will still win the first prizes, because the distance is so short that it is not any worthful to have a strong back. You can win also first prizes with a weak back, because the distance is too short and the wind is on the tail mostly, so it is very easy to for every pigeon to win the first prizes. If the navigation, if the compass of the head is of course perfect.
So vast knowledge pays off in practice. Gerard Scholkwyk owns some wonderful birds which not once proved their worth in different competitions. We present now a few snapshots of the achievements of his loft. Birds imported from European leading breeders helped in achieving this wonderful success.
We are now in the breeding loft. I have two types of pigeons. The pigeons of the sprint and the program races, that will be the sprint middle distance races. The breed of that is from my good friend Eddie Jansen from Belgium, which is basically Dirk van Dijk pigeons, the Cannonball and the Rambo line. Then we have also Jan Ouwerkerk pigeons for this type of races. And we have also van Marcel Sangers, and of course from my friend Martin van Zon. Those are very excellent pigeons for, let us say, 300 till 700 kilometers. The other part, that is the marathon flights, and there are the breeds of my friend from Belgium, Bungeneers, Frans Bungeneers. Frans Bungeneers won the first National Barcelona in 2005, and in 2009 he won the second and the fourth National Barcelona. So I thought that will be the best pigeons for this very long and difficult marathon races. Next to that we have also of the family Van Houten. They are very good on the ZLU marathon races, Perpignan, again Barcelona, because they won also in 2009 the first International Barcelona. And those type of pigeons I will cross with also Rick Ros. But Rick Ros from Lekkerkerk, his father-in-law is Jan Ouwerkerk, and the Rick Ros pigeons are mainly on the best on the fast long day distance. So, for example, Aachen, Bordeaux and Orange, that are the distance of 700-800 kilometers. So when there is wind on the tail, and then that are the best pigeons. And those 3 lines I will also cross to make my own long distance racing pigeon. And she is the mother of the 3rd National Barcelona in 2013. She is, I bought by them from the family van Houten.
We have decided to look more closely at some of the birds. Now we ask Gerard to show us his crown jewels.
I want to show you some excellent races which I have. The one that I have now in my hands is called Snelle Willy. And Snelle Willy is a perfect built female hen. She has all the qualities that I like to see in a pigeon. And she is from the Arden breed. She's a long distance hen. And she don't like to keep her long in my hands, I see, but she has won 2 times prizes on the teletext. That is the nomination of the best of Holland in our section then. Snelle Willy is her name, and she won the first Orange morning liberation. The kilometer is 872 kilometers. And in the same year, she won also a few weeks later. She won the 2nd prize of Bergeracs. This is Barcelona Wimpy. She's of the Van Houten family, the family that won in 2009 the first international Barcelona. This is a really ardent pigeon of the Van Loenhout strain. And this pigeon is direct from the LMIC, which was sold up the total auction a few years ago for 16,000 euros. And so this is the father of Snelle Willy. This is the Zwartje, and Zwartje is the mother of Snelle Willy, and she is from the strain of Gebroeders Kuipers from Meneer, and from the line of Ernest, Kleine Inderan. Barcelona strain from the Kuipers is in her blood. She's on the breeding loft, so she's already far in molting. This is Ristretto. This is my top pigeon from Bordeaux Aachen of last year. He won the first prize in the long distance club in our province Utrecht. And he is from the Sterke Wippen, an Arden line, and Steketee. And his mother is Lady Gaga from Kees Kluistra and Peter Verschaik. The combination Kluistra-Verschaik. Kees Kluistra won about 2-3 weeks the first national Sint Vincent. This is the Rapperies. This is the father of Ristretto and many more other pigeons, good races for me. This cock, Rapperies, has won 2 times on the teletext, 2 times top position, the 8th prize National Sector 3 of Bergerac, 857 kilometers as an afternoon liberation. So he has spent the night over there somewhere, and he was earlier on Saturday morning on the loft. Another year he won the first prize in the club for Orange, and it was also an 8th National Sector 3 of Orange. This is the mother of Ristretto. This is Lady Gaga. She is direct from Kluistra van Schaik, which I told you that there was winning last 3 weeks the first national here in Holland. And this is also an Aarde bloodlines, and she is also mother. She's in 2005 hen, so she has
earn the position on the breeding loft. There's many good youngsters of her. One of my favorites, this is Lady Narbonne. Her name explained it. She is the winner of the marathon flight Narbonne, and she was liberated early in the morning, about 6:45 in Narbonne, and she was at the same day home 9:30 in the evening, so before the dark. At that time she was a yearling, so 1 year old. So it was a very good achievement of her. She's directly from El Toro, from Frans Bungeneers, my friend from the Barcelona specialist in Belgium. And also the mother, Lady Richelle, is from Frans Bungeneers strain, which is basically Cor de Heide. Cor de Heide is a Dutch marathon champion, and that's the breed. So this is the father of Lady Narbonne, El Toro, from direct from Belgium, from Frans Bungeneers. As I told you, this is the line of Queen Tony. It is a grandson of Queen Tony, and Queen Tony was the first national Barcelona in Belgium by Frans Bungeneers. Cor de Heide, Witpen line. So now I show you Lady Richelle, temperamentful hen, my favorite one of the breeding loft. She has given so many perfect youngsters, so she's very good passing through the genes to the youngsters. She's directly Frans Bungeneers, Cor de Heide strain of Don Mitchell. I show you, and she's of course the mother of Lady Narbonne. So you have seen now the father and the mother of Lady Narbonne. Now we have here a superb hen, racing hen, Lady Maxime, so called after my daughter Maxime, of course. And she is the winner of the first prize of Bergerac, also in the long distance club, Fond Club Utrecht. And she is in cross of the strain of a direct Vale Tornado from Rick Ross, Leckerkerk, and she is sold to somebody in Poland. And the mother is in direct Frans Bungeneers again, from the Padora. This is also from my racing loft and hen. She's called Lady Perpignan. She won the second prize of the very tough Perpignan, and that is of the Pyrenean flights in France. And she's from, I bought her from my clubmate, father and son Merck in IJsselstein. So she won the second prize of Perpignan after the clubmate who won the first national. This was also a very good prize. She won. She was late in the evening on the same day of the liberation. She was at home, and she won the 42-second 14-2 National ZLU. So we have now here a cock, also from our racing team. His name is the Matador. He's a very strong-built type pigeon, and he won last year the 27 National Sector 3 of Saint Vincent, 1,038 kilometers. That was on an afternoon liberation, so he has to come early in the morning next day. He won a few weeks later the first prize on Bergerac. That was in the morning, very early on morning liberation, and he came also in the evening home, and he won the 7th prize national. He was also on the television on the teletext. Now we have an old cock of the Meulemans Van Dijk strain. His name is Playboy. He's already famous in Poland because my friends have good youngsters of him, and This cock comes from 2 times, so father and mother has won on the top national on teletext nomination. It's a very strong cock. Now I have over here Barsa Queen. This hen I have bought from the Van Houten family from IJsselstein, and last year the Van Houten family won the 3rd national Barcelona, very tough Barcelona, and that pigeon, this is the mother of that 3rd national Barcelona. She's also from the Arden strain.
Hen Grenes, Gerard's friend, knocked at his door. He brought a pigeon clock. In the flying season, he helps Gerard in basketing the birds and carries the clock on the landing point. Breeding pigeons for sport changes from year to year, together with pigeon diseases and breeders' expectations. Travipharma company is also evolving. It constantly improves its products and introduces new ones.
Let me show you some new products of the last year, what Travipharma brings on the market. This product, Travifit. This is a really performance booster. It contains a rich mix of the vitamins A, D, E and all the B complex. It has also amino acids, and it will brings the pigeon in top shape. It's very easy. The pigeons will like it because it's very sweet of smell, and you can give it every week, 1 day in a week. Product that certainly can be recommended. Another product, or new product, is the Travicarni. Carni, the name will explain it. Carnitine is the main ingredient of this. Also vitamin complex will be in this mix, but carnitine is the major content of this product. I showed you before the omega oil mix. That is fat and rich fatty product, which can be used together with this product Travicarni. What it do is it provides more energy in combination. This Travicarni will make the process that the fat will be taken easily into the pigeon body and will give the energy effect. You can give it in the first phase of the treatment. It will be about 2-3 weeks before the national race. You give it 5 days in a week, 2 days long. After that, it is only for every big important race. You give it 3 days before basketing into the water and the omega oil mix on the corns. Next to the antibiotics and the chemical medicines that we have, which by the way are very mild and also very effectful, because in these medicines we use mostly a vitamin B complex. This vitamin B complex will avoid backsliding form of the pigeons. So when you treat this medication, you will see no harm or bad condition during this treatment. Next to these products, we have also a lot of natural products, and I show you 3 of those natural products, and that is the herb elixirs. We have number 1, 2 and 3. This is number 1. Number 1 is the blood depurant complex, or a cleaning effect into the blood. It will get rid of all the dirt things, elements in the blood. It will also shown in the condition of the pigeons. We were at the loft of Martin Verzon, and he showed you some older packaging of this product. This is the new packaging, new label and new size. It's very easy to administer. When you open it, it has a sprinkle cap, so you can give it a few drops into the drinking water, or just 1 drop in the pigeon beak. It's also possible. You give it You give it on the corns, and on the corns it will be 5 milliliters into 1 kilogram on corns, or 5 milliliters in 2 liters of drinking water. Number 2 is called the bio number 2, and that will be for the breeding system. On a natural way, you can you provide the pigeon slime-free breathing. The cliff of the pigeon will be very nice open. It has not to be very wide open, but small open, that by any activity of working activity, you will see that the pigeon cliff will be open very easily, and we give this to clean the whole throat, the respiratory system. You can give it also 3 times in a week. In the same thing, in the water or on the corns. This is the bio number 3. Bio number 3 will, his name is Topform Complex. Topform Complex, the name shows already directly. It will give the pigeon more impulse to be active. For widowhood cocks, they will be really macho. They give a macho effect into the loft. They will train higher and longer. There's a very good performance booster. Also, you can give it 3 days a week. So those 3 new products you can combine together during the pigeon racing season. This is the bio number 4. Bio number 4 contains also herbs in alcohol like the other 3. This homeopathic product will provide a better intestinal tract, so more round droppings in the nest, around the nest balls if you have youngsters in the nest. And if the pigeon come from race and have bad droppings, you can also use this into on the corns or through the drinking water, and the effect will be healthy, normal droppings. Travipharma is in cooperation with a famous pigeon vet. His name is Co Schoenmakers from IJsselstein, and we're working very close together with development and in new pigeon products. He has very much knowledge about vaccines, so I show you some pigeon vaccines which we have on the market on the Travipharma, named Travipharma International. This combination with our vet Co Schoenmakers is called Travico, and with Travico we go into the country and we visit some pigeon clubs together, and we do examination on the droppings, on the swabs of the throat, to research, and people can also ask the questions to us. And this name of the company that we have made together is Travico. Travipharma is constantly in development. We are on our way to develop new pigeon products, also for other animals, and that is especially for the poultry farmers. We have on request had many questions if we can produce for all the poultry and turkey farms the right qualitative, very good medications. The next products that I want to show you are mainly for export for the poultry products and for turkeys. This product is called Fluorophenical 10%. It is a liquid product for in the drinking water for the poultry, for turkeys, and it will kill Pasteurella, E. coli, and more bacteria from the intestinal tract. This product is called Enrofloxacin 10%, and this is for, again, the chickens, the poultry, like turkey as well. And it has a very broad activity, like it is very effective on the respiratory tract. It will treat the mycoplasmosis, but also the Salmonella and E. coli infections. This product is called Tilmicocin 25% for the poultry as well, and it will be very effective against mycoplasmosis. This product is called Toltrasuril, 25%, and it is for the treatment and the prevention of coccidiose infections in poultry. What we have here is thiamphenicol 10%, a water-soluble solution for the treatment of Pastorella, Salmonella, Streptococcus and E. coli. What we have here is Flumequin 10%. This product is very effective in the treatment of the respiratory infections, Pastorella, cholera, but also for the intestinal tract like Salmonella and E. coli infections. This powder product is called Lincospectin. It's water soluble, and this product will be very effective for the respiratory tract and ornithose and mycoplasmosis infections. But next to that, this product is also effective against E. coli infections. Tyrosine tartrate, 100% pure tyrosine tartrate, is very effective against the mycoplasmosis, Clostridium in turkey and chickens, and it is also well known in the treatment of the CRD infections in poultry. And this product is erythromycin 20%. This product is very effective by the treatment of Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Pastorella and bronchitis infections from stress after vaccination. I will show you now some products which you can use for poultry and pigeons as well. This product, Gentadex drops, contains dexamethasone and gentamicin. This product is very effective as an eye treatment when the pigeons has an infected eye and by swollen up eyelid or by fighting in the box, the pigeons will have an eye problem. You can use this very good product for this kind of treatment. If you use it for pigeons, you'll be warned that in most of the European countries this product will be forbidden to administer while you are raising. We have here Amoxineo tab. Those are very small and very easy to administer in small animals like pigeons or small canary birds. This product contains amoxicilline, oxytetracycline and neomycin. Myco Protect tab, the name clears everything. It will kill the mycoplasmosis in pigeons and other small animals. It contains tyrosine and erythromycin. 4-in-1 tabs, Entero tab 4-in-1. It has a very broad working activity. It will treat the protozoal infections like canker, the trichomoniasis. It will kills also the most of the bacteria in the intestinal tract by the combination of furosolidon, metronidazole and oxytetracycline. More new products what we have is vaccines. There is a big request coming up for good vaccines for the pigeons, and we have answered on this request, and we have developed pox. Een pox vaccine. We provide a pox vaccine. It is a tablet, a dry tablet that you can make in solution with this sterile water. So you do something of this sterile water into this bottle. You shake and you let it make a solution, and you will open it. Of course, when you have opened this cap, you can throw it in the rest of this solution, and you can vaccinate the pigeons by injection, an 0.2 injection into the neck of the pigeons. But mostly the the fanciers will take out some feathers from the leg of the pigeon, only 4 or 5 feathers, and they will see some open skin poring or some of this leg, and you can easily take this stick and you make this into this solution, and you will put it on the open spots of the leg, and your pigeon will be vaccinated against pox. If it is already pox appearing in the beak, we have produced a cream, and that is the Travipharma cream. It is a disinfection cream, and that will dry out this swelling pock on this beak, and this is this cream. So you administer a few times on this spot place, and it will dry out and will fall down after a while. Then we have, of course, the Paramyxo vaccine, and the Paramyxo vaccine is only one time in a year. So when you have the youngsters, you will do it in the spring. At least you do it 8 weeks before the races, and your pigeon will be protected against the very nasty Paramyxo virus. It is on an oil base, but it is very good treatment of the pigeon. It will, it will give a 1 year long protection against Paramyxo virus.
All information about the company's products, as well as very helpful breeding advice, are included in Gerard's book, written to share his knowledge with other breeders.
I like to tell the people in Poland that we have that I have written a booklet. This is a booklet of all my experience, what I've learned from my father Ries, and also extra other tips from my friend Martin van Zon and Frans Bungenis from Belgium, which are all very good pigeon fanciers. They have the feeling of to judge a really top pigeon. In this booklet, I have, for example, also written some golden tips and advices. This is a Dutch language, but of course I have it also in Polish, in English, Spanish, Bulgarian, and in Chinese. For example, the number one of my tip is to learn to observe your pigeon's behavior. They can tell you the condition and the condition of the situation where they are at the moment. You can go, for example, to your loft in the morning and to check the droppings. If the droppings are nice round, then the condition of the pigeon is very good. You have to observe your pigeon every day, and that's a very important thing in taking care of your pigeons, to learn the situation of your pigeons. Then I have also, let me say, about number 7. If you have pigeons on the natural system, on nest, they don't exercise long, because if you put them from the nest, you know they will go down after a few minutes. They will go down. So let them come. You take them off the nest, both a hen and a cock, and you will keep them. You force them training in the beginning with a flag, so they are not able to land on the roof. They must race as long as that you wish, and that is, let me say, first you start with 30 minutes, and after a few weeks you can take away the flag when you train them around home, and you will see that they do easily 1/2 hour without the flag, and then you can whistle them inside, and the exercise is done for that moment.
I finished this with something special. This is my best breeding cock. He He died after 12 years, and this is the last one of my father Ries Schalkwijk. It is from the cadet line of Karel Meulemans. As you can see, the typical color, the gehamerd, zoals we say in Holland, the gehamerd color, and the white feather. On this side, those are the typical characteristics things of the Meulemans pigeon. This one has bred many top pigeons. Well, finally, Katiuska and I will thank the viewers to showing interest in our way of keeping the pigeons and our Travipharma products, and we wish all the people a very good season with healthy pigeons.
The destination of our next trip is the town of Krimpen aan de Lek. As the name suggests, it lies on the river Lek. It is here where since recently lives a wonderful pigeon breeder. For the Dutch farmers, he is an omniscient guru and an example to follow. In Schulstraat Street, in a charming neighborhood full of water and greenery, there was built a beautiful house together with a spacious loft. But we didn't come here for the looks of the estate. We were brought here by our curiosity. We have long dreamt of visiting such a great master, learn his secrets, and see with our own eyes his magnificent birds. At the very beginning, we want to ask him a few questions. Martin, how long have you been interested in pigeons?
Since I was 12 years old.
Where did you buy the first pigeons?
I didn't buy him, I did catch him from a church.
Could you tell us something more about it?
Yeah, pigeons, when I was young, the pigeon sport in Holland was very common. And then friends of me has also pigeons. And then when we were young, we tried to come in the church, because on the church tower there were wild pigeons breeding. And then we took the eggs and the youngsters with us, and so when I was 12 I had a little loft with my first pigeons. We didn't do racing or anything, but just changing and with other friends. Yeah.
Have you achieved anything with them?
No, because I didn't racing. We have just pigeons for fun. Yeah, so we did change with other friends. So I had a few with white ones and another friend had red ones, and we changed. So we didn't sport with them. So when I was 15 years old, I started with the pigeon sport, racing with my father. Yeah.
Okay, together with your
because my father and his father has also pigeons.
Okay.
Yeah. So I come out of a family with, like you, eh? With pigeons.
The Van Zon dynasty.
Yeah.
What kind of pigeons have you got in your loft right now?
So I'm maybe one of the very rare breeders in Holland who have already 20 years his own blood strain. So I start with 4 bloodlines, and I still have them. And in 2007 I add some blood strain from Belgium, from an old fancier. He was very famous in Belgium. His name is Jan Nooyens. And he has also an old blood strain. So I took it to when he stopped, I bought all his pigeons and I put it in my blood strain, because he was a very good fancier. He has also many times ace pigeons in the Havo Club Turnhout, who are very famous because that's a famous place where they have very good middle distance pigeons.
Yes, and the Havo
Club Turnhout.
Halfond.
Yeah, Havo is standing for halfond, so middle distance. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was one of the best there. And he has also an old blood strain, all family. Yeah. And when he stopped, I bought them all up. Yeah. And I added to and it's a very good.
What are your best results, the greatest rewards you got?
My best results are my blood strain is based on one-day flights, so between 500 and 700 kilometers. And I'm always in the 4th, 5th or 3 champions in my area. So that means about 2,000 pigeons or something, of 2,000 fanciers.
We know that recently you have moved to this place and you have got here only the young birds. Tell us a bit about your new loft.
This is a new loft, and this loft, I started this kind of loft to build, and I advised a lot of fanciers who are not very resultful to change their loft in this kind of loft. So now it has a name, it's a Van Zon loft, because it's open and there is a volière. I think this will be in the future a very common loft, because people who change the loft in this kind of loft, they are always very satisfied. They have changed in good results after the pigeons are in this kind of loft. Because you see it's all open, it has a lot of oxygen, and it's plenty of air above the pigeons. So when I close my loft, there will always be very much oxygen for the pigeons. They are very fresh. These pigeons I bred in Berkenwoude, so they come here to the new loft, and I start already with my youngsters to raise here, and at the end of the year I will close Berkenwoude, and then I go further on this place.
How many young pigeons do you breed in a season?
Normally at Berkenwoude a few hundred,
Yeah.
so 150 for me, and I sell some pigeons. Yeah. And here I can only have that part of my loft, so there will be 80 pigeons, and then that's enough. Yeah. And I will raise with 16 hens, where the partners are from at home, and 16 cocks, where the partners also from are at home. Okay. So in the future, I will raise with 32 pigeons, old pigeons, and maybe 70, 80 youngsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you have your first young pigeons this year?
I made them now in February. Yeah. Okay. So these are how can I say, youngsters who are able to do the big races. Yeah. But I'm not, how can I say that? I'm not a voorstander. I'm not a voorstander. I'm not a supporter of winter youngsters.
Why?
Because you have to mate your pigeons very early in the season, so you don't have rest when you are a fancier and you have nothing to do as just have pigeons in your life. Yeah. Then when the season ends, you have to start again with your breeding season. Yeah. You never have rest. They go on and on. And what I want is that there is also some place for my family, for a vacation and that kind of things.
What kind of method do you raise young pigeons?
I always left my pigeons together. Always. No, I don't separate them. No, they stay together. So a natural way, because when they are old and you separate them, then they will be more effective. That will give more effect. Yeah.
How do you train your pigeons? When?
Yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning I start. Yeah, with my hens. At 7. The boys, and then the youngsters. Oh, yeah. Always. Okay. Yeah. Once a day, not 2 times a day, because it's totally not necessary to train them 2 times a day. Yeah, because then that's the same thing. Then you have no time for other things. Then you start at 6 o'clock in the morning and you go inside the house at 8 in the evening. It's always go on and on and on, and it's totally not necessary. When a pigeon flies 1 hour or 1.5 hours a day, that's more than enough.
And how do you feed them? Once a day?
No, you feed them in the morning a little, and in the evening as much as they want. Okay.
Do you darken the lofts?
Yeah, I dark them, of course, because when you don't dark them, they start to change the feathers. Yeah. And when you have winter youngsters, then it's not necessary, because they keep them already, because they are born in the winter. But when you have youngsters at my age, so at February, then you have to dark them, otherwise you're totally, you don't have chance with the races.
What vitamins and minerals do you give to the young birds?
like Fortavita, and I am a supporter to give as less as possible. So these pigeons never have contact with medicines. I don't give them something for cancer or that kind of things, because you have to select them. So if you have a good loft, so you are convinced that you have a good loft, then they have to be healthy from themselves. So that's the start. But when they have an illness, then you have to give them medicines.
Yeah.
So don't wait.
Don't let it suffer.
Don't let it suffer, because then you're too late.
Yeah.
So when I see something, when my pigeons have a little problem when they're young, then I give that stuff from you, the Paramix. Then they change in 2-3 days, and then I give them 5 days, and then 2-3 days you see already they start to be healthy. Okay. And then I put it a few days later, longer, because it's also antibiotic, so you have to finish that program. Yeah. And but in principle, I try to give them as less as possible. Yeah.
Do you prefer the most natural method, such as Fortavita?
Yeah.
Healthy on the natural way.
Yeah, that's my system.
Do you have any problems with Adeno?
Yeah, everybody will have that, and so that's not a big issue. But when I have it, then what I said already, what I wrote already in the newspapers, is that not that it's from you, but it's one of the best things. That's Paramix for that problem. Yeah.
What does the selection of the young birds look like?
Because I have one bird that I know already, the father and the grandfather and the father dead, so I know my pigeons. Yeah. So when, how can I say that? When I judge them in the hand, and they have everything they want, they get a chance from me. Yeah. So that when they are youngster, it's not so important if they make 8 prizes or something like that, because a young pigeon has nothing that drive him at home. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. An old pigeon, he's mate, and he come home for his mate. Yeah? And a youngster, especially when they are not so old, they are here and they fly away, and because they do not know that I try to get them on my systems as soon as possible, because they are not knowing that there is a race. And so I think that's a big mistake when young pigeons come home fresh and you don't see any problem. You don't have to judge them because they don't make very much prizes, because that's not important. When they are made and they have something to find at home, then they have to be at home. Okay.
How many flights have you got in a season?
Mostly I start the whole season for the old birds and also for the youngsters, and then it's finished. Okay. So I'm not racing every race. It's just old birds, and I stop with the old birds, and then I start with the youngsters, and then I make the youngsters to the end, and then it's finished.
When you see that the flight is dangerous, too risky for your pigeons, what do? Do you give up?
I did it many times. So many times I said, okay, I don't basket my pigeons because they foresee it will be bad weather, and mostly it was not that tight. An example, 3 years ago, I was on the first rank from whole South Holland on the middle distance, and then they foresee it will be rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I keep my pigeons at home, and you don't believe it, Saturday it was 2 hours good weather and all the pigeons came home, and Martin was from the first rank to the 10th rank, and everybody was laughing. Yeah. So that was the last time that I said for the weather, what they foresee for the weather, so I basket my pigeons. Yeah. But it's very important that the guys who are responsible take their responsibility, so that they say that it's bad weather, we bring them back, and that's something they have to change. Did you read what I wrote in the newspaper this weekend?
No.
Okay, that's also that I said to the guys who are in charge, take your responsibility, and when you are doubting, is it responsible to let them free? Is it good weather? Or what happened last week? many pigeons are away. That's very bad. So I think that the guys who are in charge have to take the responsibility to say, okay, now what they did now.
We return to the topic of the young pigeons. Martin, what do you do when the young get sick?
My experience is that one of the, and I don't say that because you asked me, but I said it because it's an honest answer on your question, that Paramix is a very good product for coli bacterium. And when you keep the coli bacterium away, adenovirus don't show up. And because in Holland, and also I think everywhere, they are working a lot with products based with amoxicilline. And amoxicilline, the coli bacteria, is in Holland very resistant against the products who are usual are given by our veterinarians. So many times they call me because they have a problem with coli, and they give some cure, and the cure is don't working anymore. And then at last, they call me. What do you know? And then I said, Paramix. Give it and call me back. In 2 days you will see the change with your birds, and it happens all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a very good product. This one is just, I give it to my youngsters every day. And because I am convinced that they help them to stay healthy. So when your pigeons are ill, it's not a medicine, but for the prevention from illness, you can give it every day. This one you can give 1 or 2 days before basketing because it is working. How can I preventive? Preventive. Yeah. So it's based from doxycycline. Doxycycline is an antibioticum who have a long work. Okay? So when you give this, your pigeons will not be ill when they are in the basket. It is also a good product. Yesterday I visited a venture and I saw his pigeons, and they were totally, how can I say that, damaged, because he went to the veterinary and he gave him some products for cows and also for pigs. For the pigeons, it was unbelievable. So this is a very easy product, 1 drop on the naked skin, and the louses.
This concludes our visit to Krimpen aan de Lek, and now we move to Berkeude. Here, in the heart of the nature reserve, in the wilderness, is situated Martin's former house. It is the only building in the area. In the big backyard, there are flight lofts for grown-up and young pigeons, and yet another breeding loft. Next year, Martin plans to take his entire raising from this location and move it to Krimpen aan de Lek, because getting here every day takes too long. Before we can see the loft, the host must feed the birds. A visit to such a legendary loft is a great experience for us. It was here where the history of Dutch pigeon sport began. A lot of famous breeders visit this place with the hope of buying magnificent birds.
This is the number of Hayabusa King. 9923638646. So this was the cell from Hayabusa King. The one who I sold to Marcel Sangers and Paul Oem. He was in this cell. This was his place.
Martin, how many pigeons have you got in the racing loft?
Normally, I have place for 40 widowers, and mostly I have 30. The hens are beside here.
What kind of racing system is your favorite? Classic widowhood, total widowhood, cock, hen, natural method?
Totally widowhood is not good for the cocks. When a cock arrives and his mate is not at home, he will fail the next time. Because a widower flies his soul out his body to be at home where his girl is waiting for him. So when she's not there, he's disappointed. And the next time, he will fail. So in my next location, I will fly with 32 pigeons, 16 hens and 60 cocks, and the partners are always at home.
When do you pair racing pigeons? What month?
January, end of January, start in the beginning of February mostly. Yeah. So that's not so. When it's coming, when it's hard freezing, I wait a few weeks. When it's good weather, I do it. So in the end of January, in the beginning of February. Then you have time enough to raise up a couple, youngsters, and to start on widowhood.
Do you breed 1 or 2 rounds of the young?
Yeah, 2 rounds is impossible because otherwise the molting starts.
Tell us about your training on a daily and weekly basis.
Once a day I release them and I let them fly 1 hour, a little bit more sometimes, but that's it. Once a day, early in the morning, because then they will train better, as at the end of the day mostly, because when it's summer, it's hot and they don't train very good when it's too hot. So mostly in the morning at 6 o'clock, always at 6 o'clock, I release my pigeons. Yeah, for 1 hour, and then they are training 1 hour, so they don't fly 10 minutes and go on the roof. No, they training 1 hour, and then I call them, I open my loft and they can go in and I start, that's it. Once a day, 1 hour. Sometimes in the end of the week, when they are in top form, they training 1 hour and a half or something like that, but that's it, not more.
Do you darken or lighten up the lofts?
Always the lighting system, that's very important. So now when it's the shortest day, the shortest night, I keep that till the end of the season, always. So, because when a pigeon is molting, he's going 1 feather, and then when the feather is growing in completely, the next feather will going out. But after, when the days are going shorter, he goes 2 times feathers in the same time, or something like that. Or when he is so short, he put already the name on. So when you are racing, you have always take the light on the longest day. That's how you have to go on. As long till the end of the season. So they don't give the signal that they have to molt more quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. When the days are going shorter, something in the system of the pigeon said that they have to molt because it's nearly the end of the year. Yeah. So he will molt quicker, much quicker.
And before that period?
He don't get a sign. So if you keep that day as long as possible, yeah, then he don't get a sign that he has to go hurry up with molting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the darkening system before that?
That's not important for the old pigeon.
Do you heat the lofts, especially during early springtime?
Also now. Always. Yeah, because the pigeons come in form on 3 parts. So that's light, feed and warmth. The warmth I give them, the feed I give them, and the light also.
And people always want to know, are there any motivation tricks? Please tell me more about that. Are there
about what?
Motivation tricks.
No, I don't. They motivate themselves. The first time that I meet Gerard, he came to me and he said, how do you motivate your pigeons? Because now we are in the end of the season and your pigeons are still having so very good results. Do you know that? Yeah. The first time, that's maybe 10 years ago that he came here. And I said to him the same what I said, they have to motivate themselves.
How many races do you have in a season?
I start in the spring and I end in the autumn, and always the results are good.
Yeah, and weekly they go in the basket?
Weekly they go in the baskets. I don't believe in staying at home.
How do you feed your pigeons?
Yeah, when they come at home they can pick what they want. Yeah. So when they come at home, and then I start again with light feed, and then I make it a little bit heavier at the end of the week, with fat at the end of the week. So at Tuesday evening, I feed a little bit fat feed already. Know what I mean? But I show you.
Don't you use barley? I haven't seen it.
No. I did it before, but now I don't do it anymore.
Do you feed them twice a day?
At 7 in the morning and 7 in the evening.
A little in the morning and more in the evening?
I feed them in the morning in this. So. It is in the morning. And then it's empty in the evening. And in the evening I feed them there.
Are you a fan of natural methods of breeding birds?
Yeah, but I try to do as most as possible on a natural way, and that's the 2 products of you. You can see they're half empty, so I use them. So when I give them clean water, I always add a little bit of this. And when you give that this stuff, you will see that there are little feathers every day. Always, down feathers, and that's very important to say. You see how they look.
Very good metabolism.
And for the vita. Always I do it together. Sometimes it's also good.
Do you add supplements to water or food?
In the water, and I will tell you a secret. I have to go to there. Come. 3 times a week I give this. Very cheap and very good. I take boiled water and I put it in a basket. I add it, boiled water and this together. As much as I can do in that basket, boiled water. And then when it's cold, I give it to the pigeons. They love it. When I do it the first time in spring, I give it, they drink it and they come back and drink again. And I put this with it together. Then it's amazing. Every day you have, how do you call that? Die kleine veertjes.
The little down feathers from the breast, they fall down. And it shows the
when you give this and this, unbelievable. And also for the feeder, you can do it together, all together. But this is so important.
Now we move to the most important part of the raising, the breeding loft. Martin, how many lines of pigeons have you got in your breeding loft?
But I started 20 years ago, now 25 years ago. I started with 2 bloodlines, then 3 bloodlines, 4 bloodlines, and now 25 years, 5 bloodlines. And they're all family together.
You told me that in your
last year I won the first national, and on the pedigree you can see already 8 generations I breed that pigeon. So the father and mother I've here, the grandfather and mother, the father before. So.
When do you pair the pigeons?
At the same time as I pair my, it's impossible to do a winter breeding because the hawk will eat all your youngsters.
What are your crossing criteria? Eye color, build, bloodline?
The most important thing in breeding is that you have to variate. How do you call that in English? Variation. So, but by example, my first national Ruvek, the father, the grandfather and the overgrandfather are all glass eyes.
And the mother?
Also.
Okay,
so it's not important, but you have to be variation. So not white eyes against white eyes or yellow eyes against yellow eyes. Try to find variation. That's the most important thing. I made just you saw my last movie that was just going about the selection of pigeons. So I tell everything what's important for a pigeon, and that's for me also important.
It's very important.
You
cannot take only one facet out of
No, that
complete.
The complete.
How often do you clean the loft?
Once a year.
Okay.
Once a year. Also the racing loft, this once a year I clean.
Okay. But you have them on.
Yeah, they are just. Otherwise, you have a problem.
Now Martin van Son will present us his best birds.
This pigeon is a daughter of Hayabusa King, the one I sold Marcel Sangers. Hayabusa King won 6 times a big race, also from about 17,000 pigeons. Unbelievable good pigeon. And she is the mother of the first national Ruvek last year. but also the mother of the first provincial against 14,000 pigeons about Chantilly, and she is she's an unbelievable good breeder. She is 10 years old, and once there was a race a few years ago in south of Holland, of Kruil, and Henk de Haan had a second provincial against a lot of pigeons, I think 30,000 pigeons or something. And her daughter had an 8th national on the same race, so that a grandchild and a child. So she's one of my best breeding hens. Yeah. So she's 10 years old, and you see a Fazon pigeon, a lot of vitality. Yep. This is Franka. She won the 2nd national of Frankfurt aan de Oder. Her sister, a nestmate, won the 1st national from 35,000 youngsters. And 2 weeks later, the 4th national. She won, I sold Poelstra, a youngster, you know Poelstra. He won the first of 11,000 pigeons, so a daughter of her. And she gave, a few weeks ago, the 1st national Châteaudun in afdeling M against 10,000 pigeons. So there's 3 generations 1st nationals. This is the bloodline from Kaya. Kaya is my basic hen. I show you also a few sons. All that sons gave a 1st national. So this is the bloodline of Kaya. And from this couple where she is coming from, 7 children were on teletext in the first 10 national. This is son of Kaya, and he has 5 brothers who gave a 1st national. His father is the son of Ballerini, 1st national Allianz, and his mother won the 1st national Tour. This is one of my best lines also. This is sister of Silverboy. Yeah. I have 2 sisters from Silverboy, all good breeders. This also. They're 10 years old, but they are feeling like a young woman.
Tell us something about Silverboy.
Silverboy, I sold Harm Vredeveld a few youngsters in 2004. And then he checked them on the races, and they were very good. And then when he was 1.5 years old, it was a very hot day, and they are racing from Allianz, so that's 640 kilometers, and it was 32 degrees and warm, hot weather, pure blue sky. And then Silverboy won the 1st national with a hat against 20,000 pigeons. When he came here, and he asked me for youngsters, so I gave him the youngsters. He refused them because he didn't like the color. Now his whole loft is silver. This is a pigeon I bought back. So I sold the parents. The guy breed this pigeon. She won as youngster a 5th national against 35,000 pigeons. As a yearling, she won the 2nd national Châteauroux. And a few weeks later, a youngster from her won the 1st national against 35,000 pigeons. So I bought that back. So he breed them from 2 pigeons he bought from me. This is an unbelievable good pigeon. This is the 08. Oh. This is the best pigeon I ever had, and she won 9 first prizes. And against in a club, the best club of South of Holland. Our club is the best club of South Holland. She won 9 first prizes, and she won the 1st provincial 4 times in the 410. So you can see it as 4 times teletext. Yeah. Against more than 10,000 pigeons. Eh? Yeah. 15 times in the first 5. Yeah. She won on all the MPO races was an early prize. It's unbelievable. When you see her pedigree, you said that's one of the best pigeons of Holland and maybe from the whole world. This is the father of my best pigeon, the 08. And this year I have also a son with The hen I show you as first, from Hayabusa King. He won the first prize at the first serious race in the whole area. And the sixth from 63,000 pigeons. Yeah. And a week later, so it was with north wind and beautiful weather. A week later was a lot wind on tail with rain. He flew against the first prize as a yearling. Eh? So he's a very important pigeon for my home. He's directly from Jan Nooyens. Also 10 years old. A very good breeder. This is one of my best racing pigeons. Last year she went the first national Ruvek, 750 kilometers. And she was also, she missed one race as a yearling. So from the 6 races, she has a good result. She won also an 8 national and a 20 national as a youngster. Eh? So unbelievable good pigeon. Her father is the son of Kaya and his mother is the son of Hayabusa King. And now she wins already many head prizes, till now. This is a late one, so I gave him as a youngster a few last races, so 4 races from 200 kilometers. So, and then I start on Witwerhout to play with him. And the first serious race we got from Perulmer with north wind and beautiful weather, he won the first in the whole combine here. And on the total release against 36,000 pigeons, he won the 6th prize, so on teletext. And a week later, we had a tailwind, very strong and a lot of rain, and he won against the first prize. Okay. So he's very good, he's a talent.
We finish our visit to this wonderful loft. I wish Martin more successful seasons. Our next reportage was made in Reewijk. Here in the business district of the city, at 55 Nieuwdorperweg Street, there is a huge mansion whose owners are big fans of racing pigeons. Today we visit Gerard and Sebastian Verkerk, who are already legends in pigeon sport in the Netherlands. In the last few years, they have received many prestigious awards and won in difficult flights. Their high class is demonstrated by the fact that they own 9 Olympic pigeons. Each Pigeon Olympics brings another success to these breeders. With such achievements, Verkerk family is one of the best breeders in the Netherlands. So wonderful pigeons are offered truly royal living conditions. The complex of lofts makes a huge impression on us. There are few lofts in Europe with such a high standard. We are accompanied by Gerard Scholkwijk, who is a friend of the family and always helps when there are any health problems with the pigeons. Not once he helped the breeders get out of serious problems, and to this day he is valued for his diagnosis and preparations.
Hello, we are here in Reewijk, the place of the father and son combination Gerard and Bas Verkerk. Those people are friends of mine and also in relation of Travipharma. They are the leading champions of Holland. They race extremely well on the one-day long-distance races. They present many times in the Olympiade Holland as team, and they are very successful as well, also with the young pigeons. Let me ask you to introduce yourself. Can you tell me a little bit about the combination, father son Verkerk?
This is my father, Gerard Verkerk. He is 68 years old. He started when he was about 7-8 years old, because my grandfather had also pigeons. Myself also started when I was 7 years old. and we are now a partnership for 30 years. And what Gerard Schalkwijk already explained is we have many Olympic pigeons and we are most of the time in the top 10 on the MPO races, that is between 500 and 700 kilometers. We have 45 breeding pairs. We pair them up in the middle of December, and we put the eggs of the breeders under the racing team. Then we recouple them, so we get new mates, new pairings, and we do that for 3 or 4 times for ourselves. So we have 6 or 8 youngsters of each breeding cock or each breeding hen with 3 or 4 different partners.
How long have you been interested in pigeons?
My father started when he was 7 years old, but when he flew on his own in 1973, he bought his first pigeons at the top lofts of our province, like the Witt brothers and Jan Ouwekerk. And later on in '87 he bought some pigeons of the Vrooman brothers. And after that we crossed them these bloodlines.
What pigeons have you currently got in your loft?
We have still the old bloodline of the Witt brothers, Jan Ouwekerk and Vrooman brothers. But afterwards we also have some pigeons of Schalakens, Koopman and some other national top champions.
What are your best results?
The highlights are our MPO races. Several times we have had 7, 8 or 9 pigeons in the top 10 of an MPO race. We have also 9 pigeons in the sports class of the Olympics. Every year we are among the champions, middle distance, 1 day long distance, so between 300 and 750 kilometers in our province, but also on the national MPO level. We have 45 breeding pairs in this aviary and behind in the inside loft. We have 5 parts with 9 couples.
What kind of system do you prefer? Inbreed or crossbreeding?
We cross our pigeons. We don't like to inbreed our pigeons. So the bloodlines we cross them, but we only breed from proven pigeons. When you see our pedigrees of our pigeons, that are all proven racing pigeons. So that the bloodline is still de Witt and Jan Ouwekerk and so on. But the last 20 years we have an own strain, and sometimes we get new pigeons to cross with, but we only like to breed from proven racing pigeons.
What are your pairing criteria? Color and looks of the eyes, physique, feathering, origin, results and prizes?
For us the results are number 1. The eyes, the physics, how they handle are not so important for us, because when a pigeon can win every week or can get champ or ace pigeon like that, I think it's better to breed from these pigeons than only from pigeons with a big name.
Do you pay any attention to the color of the eyes of the pigeons?
No, it doesn't matter for me if it's 2 orange eyes or 2 gray eyes together. So top quality with top quality, I think that's important. 3 or 4 rounds for ourselves, but the 3 or 4 rounds with 3 and 4 different partners. So every round they get a new partner, so we get a mixed group of youngsters. So then in 1 year I have 8 youngsters from 1 cock or 1 hen, but with 4 different partners. The breeding loft is 30 meters long and 3 meters deep. It's divided in 5 compartments of 9 couples. These 9 couples stay together in the loft, but in the aviary they are all together with 45 pairs. This is one of the compartments of our breeding loft. They have 9 pairs and each cock has his own box. So when we pair up, we put the hen below, we lock the hen, we lock the cock, and for 1 night they are together separated. So the other day they go together in one box. They get free, they can use to the box. When they have the eggs over here and the youngsters are 7-8 days old, we put the nest ball to this level. So when they have youngsters, then we put a new ball in here and they can get new eggs. So the youngsters are here and the eggs are over here. When we in winter time we change the eggs to the racing team. So we only let breed them for 5-6 days. Then we split up. The hens go to the hens loft and they will be separated for about 5 days. Then we recouple them again.
How many times do you clean the lofts?
We clean our lofts twice a day, in the morning and the afternoon, and we always feed them also twice a day. The breeding pigeons of course get several types of breeding mixture, a vitamin corn and small seeds, some peanuts, some stones and shells to make the eggs. So they get whatever they like to get good quality youngsters.
What kind of vitamins and supplements do you use?
Twice a week they get Fortevita of Travipharma. And we get they get picking stones, vitamineral in the loft. And they get also once a week they get brewer's yeast.
How often do you bathe the pigeons?
They get every week a bath, but sometimes in the winter time, in the molting time, they twice or three times a week, because then they get new feathers and they like to go in bath more often.
Both young and old pigeons?
All the same, all the same.
And what do you apply something in the bath water?
No, sometimes a little bit of Fortevita, but most of the time it's clear water. This is a retirement home. In here there are pigeons of 15, 16 years old. They were good racers and good breeders before, but because they mean so much for us, we don't kill them, and they get here the old day they can be together with all the old pigeons in one loft. This is our racing loft. This is next to our breeding loft. It is divided in the lofts for the widowhood cocks, the widowhood hens and the youngsters. So on the end we have 5 sections of the cocks, about 90 cocks we start with. Then we have 3 lofts for 90 hens, because we raise total widowhood. And these 6 sections are for about 250 youngsters. And in total it's 38 meters for the racing lofts. In total, the total building is 62 meters. All the sections are 260 wide, and all the interior is the same. There is a lot of glass in the roof, and under the tiles it's insulated. Before it was not insulated, but we get a draft in the loft, so now the roof is insulated. We will see it inside. Only the front is open to get fresh air in the loft. The glass, the double insulated plastic, is to get enough light and sun into the loft. I think fresh air and sunlight is very important for pigeons. This is one part of the 5 parts of the widowhood cocks. We start with 18 cocks in one section and some extra boxes to motivate or an extra pigeon. We raise them on total widowhood, but this section is now They are on the widowhood since March. We pair them up together with the breeding pigeons and they get the eggs of the breeding pigeons. Only from the best we keep the youngsters. This is one racing for the racing box. Normally during the week it's like this. During the week it's like this. On Saturday it's like this. Then they get in the nest ball so they can sit together in the nest ball. But this pigeon is lost from a race, so then we close the box. We remove the extra wood because we have the extra wood that they are more neighbors. They get more motivated together. So now this pigeon is lost. So now no other cock can get in this box. I think when here is a cock and here is a cock, I think that motivates the pigeon. We have also some small boxes on the floor. We have an extra cock that is motivating to clean the floor. When they are eating, they are more motivated. We also, our racing pigeons, the youngsters, old cocks and the hens, we also darken the pigeons. We can put down the screens before the glass and we put the wooden door before the door, and you get we use the darken system for all the pigeons to keep them in good feathers at the end of the season. We pair up them together with the breeding pairs, and they do only one round, because when you let the races bring 2 rounds, the first flight will go out and then molting starts, and we race in Holland from April until the middle of September, so we have to slow down the molt. No, that depends, but most of the time they have two youngsters. So normal 2 youngsters, 1 round. When the youngsters are 18 days old, we split up. The hens go to the hen loft and the cocks stay for another week with the youngster.
And that's in the month March, already?
Yeah, maybe in March they are already on widowhood.
Oh, yeah.
So the youngsters they have in January, February. They have youngsters. And then widowhood, after that widowhood starts.
When do you start training your pigeons?
We start training around the loft. In the winter time they get around the loft free flight for about 1-2 times a week. But 4 or 5 weeks before racing season they go out every day. With the private training we start a week before the first race, and we only learn the widowhood system. So then the hens stay in the loft, the cocks go to 5 kilometers, come home, and the hens are inside, and the other way. So the cocks are stay in the loft and the hens go to 5 kilometers. So to learn the widowhood. The week after we have the training race of the combine, and the week after that we start with the official races. So that's the beginning of April.
What is the range of your training flights?
To learn the widowhood system only 5 kilometers. Before the first race 1 toss to 25 kilometers, and then the training toss with the combine is 60 kilometers, and then the official races start with 100 kilometers.
Do you darken the lofts?
Yeah, the last few years we do it like the young pigeons, so 13-14 hours a day is dark. We after the breeding system, breeding season of the racing, when the youngsters are separated, we darken the pigeons. So that is about March, the end of February. We darken them 13-14 hours a day. We put this wood in front of the door, and on the top we can down the screens so that it gets dark. So then the loft is dark for 13 or 14 hours a day. We stop with that most of the time in May, before the middle and long distance races starts, and then we can race until the middle of September with no problem with the molt. The pigeons have no flights out at the moment.
Do you use heating in the loft?
The heating elements we only use in the loft when they have trained in the rain. So we put down, then they dry fast, otherwise they fly in the evening. and they go wet in the night. They sleep wet, and I think that for the condition is very, very bad. These are the racing loft for the hens. So the cocks are on the other side of the door and the hens are here. Normally they are divided in three sections. When they get lesbian, we can close the door and we put the hens in two different sections. So they will be raised from April until the middle of September on total widowhood. And after the race they see each other for about 4 or 5 hours. So before the race we don't show the hens, but after the race they are together for 4 or 5 hours. But sometimes when it's a hard race and they come in the late afternoon, they stay together until the other morning.
Did you change anything in your flight system during the racing season?
No, we keep the same system always, so every week the same system, only the time after the race is something different. So sometimes it's 3 hours, sometimes it's 6 hours, so most of the times 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes it's until the other day, and after a difficult race then they are together for 24 hours, for example. I think doesn't matter. But the problem is when the pigeons are not long together, they get lesbian. Dus the hens will go together with each other and then we get too much eggs. And that's not good for the total widowhood system.
Do you fly the same birds through the whole season?
Yeah, we raise them 22 times a year and that's about 8,000 kilometers. We feed the pigeons always in the tray or a little bit on the floor. Sometimes the cocks a little bit in the box, but the hens always never in the small boxes, because these are small boxes that the pigeons cannot mate together. I think enough food is very important for the racing pigeons. When they get hungry, they cannot race 20 times a year and race 8,000 kilometers. So they get always enough food. After race they can pick what they like, but the day after they get more light food and we increase the sports mixture to the end of the week. So at the end of the week they get 80% sports mixture and 20% light food. But they always get small seeds and peanuts, some pellets like that. Normally we can darken the pigeons with this, but when we remove the wood we get also this special, so they get not so much air, so this break the air. So normally like days like this is always like here, but sometimes during the nights and we don't darken them, we put this screen before. So this multifunctional door. I think that healthy pigeons are the most important thing in pigeon sport. So also that the airways are open are very important. For example, in 2012 we had the problem with our young bird team, and we lost many young pigeons, and then we keep them at home and we cure them with the Myco Ornimix of Travipharma. And after that the provincial races for the young birds started and we became young bird champion in section 5 of South Holland. It's always also possible to use the drops of Travipharma to get the slime out of the airways, so to get clean heads, so they are the free of slime in the heads and the airways. During the season, when they get in contact with other birds, we want to keep them free from insects like lice and so on. So before the season we use the luisworm of Travipharma. We put a drop in the neck, and during the season we can spray against the long lice, that is feather lice. We can spray it under the wing.
For the end of our reportage, we have left the most important thing. We present the best pigeons from the loft. They have largely contributed to Verkerk's high position in the world of pigeon breeders.
This is Olympic Solange. Olympic Solange was Olympic pigeon at the Olympics in Dortmund, all round. She won also 6 national ace pigeon titles of all Holland, like racing hen, all-round ace pigeon and middle distance and yearling pigeon of Holland. She's bred from Olympic Survivor, also Olympic pigeon, with magic Amaray from Koopman. She's also mother and grandmother to winners and ace pigeons. This is Great Wall number 1. This was in 2013 the best racing cock of Holland. He became first national ace pigeon WHZB. He won also the first prize of Rufek 750 kilometers. This is Eyecatcher. Eyecatcher is full sister of Olympic Solange, and from Mantes-la-Jolie 400 kilometers. She was the fastest pigeon of 20,000 pigeons. She had many top prizes and already a good producer. Also a daughter of Olympic survivor with Magic Amore. This is Elise, our best racing hen in 2009. She became first national pigeon middle distance from the Master Awards. She's bred from Benji with cat movement. There's also bred already winners and ace pigeons. This is Blue Champ. He was in 2009 first national ace pigeon Cox of WHZB and first national ace pigeon all round of the best of the best. His bloodline is mainly Kees Bozema. This is Bulldozer. Bulldozer was a very good racing cock, became 4th national ace pigeon one day long distance and 5th European ace pigeon on the Euro Cup in Dortmund. He was also 6th and 10th cock in 2 years behind each other of WHZB of All Holland. He's a very good pigeon and also a very good producer. This is Sita. Sita became national ace pigeon WHZB and she became also national ace pigeon all round the best of the best. She's bred from Solomio and Patty. This is Olivia. Olivia is bred from Runnebel, so son of 2 Olympic pigeons, paired to Bubbles. Bubbles is also mother to Bulldozer. She became 8th best hen of All Holland, but she won also the first MPO tours against almost 15,000 pigeons.
This concludes our reportage with Gerard and Sebastian Verkerk. We are very impressed by the beautiful lofts and wonderful pigeons.